Never forget. Okay. I'm so groovy. I got power. I'm so groovy. I got.
Hi guys, it's me, Maj here from the fashion culture. So welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you dolls with a why I quit Sephora video. In my last video I told you guys that I recently quit Sephora. I no longer work there, and today I'm going to tell you why. So yeah, let's go. So, I didn't write down any notes, but I kind of have some like mental notes of what I'm going to talk about in this video, just so I can make sure I hit like all different points. But the overall reason I quit is because I'm sick of retail. I've been working in retail for 5 years. I've been working in retail since I was 15 years old. My first job was at TJ Maxx. I then went to after TJ Maxx, I went to Target for like 2.5 years. So I worked at Target for so long, and then I went to Fossil. I only worked there for a few months. I worked there in the city when I lived at the dorms, and then I worked at Sephora. So I've been working only 4 jobs, but like for 5 years. Like, that's crazy. So I'm sick of retail. I'm sick of the people. I'm sick of the hours. I'm sick of the scheduling. I'm sick of the management. I'm sick of everything retail. It takes a patient and special kind of person to work in retail. For those of you who've never worked in retail, it's crazy. I feel like in my experience and a lot of my friends' experience as well, you work your ass off for these like little ass checks, and you just work so many hours, and you're going to school at the same time, and it's just not worth it. So personally, I quit Sephora because I think working in retail is not worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth anything. And I wouldn't say that the job really stressed me out, but I just didn't feel happy there, and I didn't really like my job. Like, it was an easy job. I don't think it was a really good paying job. Like I told you guys in my last video, the working at Sephora, my experiences, tips and advice video, I made $11 an hour working at Sephora, and I was only part-time. I wasn't full-time, but it's just not worth it for me. So one of the big things for me was scheduling. I go to school in New York City, LIM College. You guys know that already. Well, some of you may be new to my channel, so welcome. I go to school every Tuesday and Thursday, and I go to school all day, like on those 2 days. And Sephora would often schedule me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, and they knew I was in school. So like, I would literally have like a full week. So like Monday work, Tuesday school, Wednesday work, Thursday school, Friday work, Saturday work, Sunday work, Monday work, Tuesday school. Like, it was just an ongoing cycle, and it wasn't always like that. Like, some weeks I would be scheduled less hours. However, most weeks for like a good 2 months, like, I was doing that on and on and on and on, and it was just getting tiring. Also trying to balance school and staying sane and balancing just everything. It was just a lot. And they were scheduling me 5 days a week with the shittiest hours ever. Like, I would be scheduled like Monday 1 to 9, Wednesday like 12 to 9, or I would be scheduled like 11 to 5 with an on-call to 7:30. Like, I hate mid shifts so freaking much. Like, mid shifts are, I'm sure all of you know this, like if you worked in retail and stuff like that, but mid shifts are shifts that start like toward the beginning / middle of the day. Like, so late morning, early afternoon, and it goes all the way until the night. So like, an opening shift will be 8 to 4, a closing shift will be like 4 to 10 or 5 to 10, and then a freaking mid shift is like 12 to 7. So you're there all day, literally all day. And I lived about 25, maybe sometimes even 30 minutes away from that location where I worked at Sephora. I worked at Short Hills Mall, for any of you who may be wondering. So I would have to wake up, like if I had to go to work at 10, I would have to wake up at either like 8 or 8:30 depending on the day. Some days I know it would be more like traffic, but yeah, I would have to get up basically 2 hours in advance to make sure I was on time. I would also have to leave the house 30 minutes early to make sure that I would be on time. So if I was scheduled 9, I would have to be left the house by 8:30, and then obviously wake up by like 7:30, which was crazy. I'm so used, like when I worked at Target, it was like it was less than 10 minutes away, so I can wake up whenever I want and just literally go there. And it was just a hassle. Basically, one of the biggest reasons I left Sephora was because I was tired of working in retail, and I also really did not like the schedule. Also, to add, it was just a lot personally for me. Like, I felt like I was wasting a lot of money and a lot of my sanity going to that job. Like, I won't say the job drove me crazy, but I don't know. You guys know, have you ever felt like stuck just doing the same thing over and over? So like I said, I was working 5 days a week and I was going to school the other 2. So like being in that cycle really just made me feel like stuck and unhappy. Like I felt like I was just doing the same thing every week, every day, and it just made me unhappy. So I just quit my job because it's not my career and I don't think it was worth my unhappiness. Like the job didn't make me like unhappy, but just the cycle and me not doing completely what I love or being at a job that I really, really love, it just wasn't worth it for me. So that's that. And also, like I said, it was like a 25 to 30 minute drive to get to work. And since I've been at that job, I had to get like 5 repairs on my car because it's on a main high. Like I have to take a main highway to go to that job, and I had like 4 flat tires in 1 year. Literally every single month of this year I've had a flat tire so far. So it was just a lot on my car. Like I said, basically I quit because I just didn't think working at that job was worth it. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit more like of the experiences while working there, like how management was. Yeah, I'm just going to give you a little more insight. So the first few months of working there was fine. Like I didn't feel like it was anything really wrong with the job. I mean, I did have a few complaints, but nothing like crazy, like how I felt up until a few weeks ago. I didn't have a problem with any coworkers. I didn't have a problem with any management. And up until a few weeks ago, I really wouldn't say I had a problem at all with anybody, but I did have a few people say like a little bit of catty things to me, management basically. And in this video I was going to say, oh, I'm probably not going to include this because I don't want to, I don't know, make this video negative, but I just really want you guys to know the truth, like, because I think you guys deserve it. Like, you need to know. Obviously I feel like you're watching this video because you may have interest in Sephora, so you need to know like what it's really like. And obviously this is just my personal experience. This is just what, you know, I went through, but not really what everyone else might experience. Like, managers were just very petty and just catty, and I just felt like in a work environment you should just be like, you don't have to be nice, because obviously sometimes when you're nice it's harder to be respected. I just felt like they were just a little bit overboard. Here, I'll give you an example. So one day, here, I actually have the bag right here. So usually when I went to work I would carry this bag. It's clear. We're not required to carry clear bags, but most people who work in retail, like, sometimes they have to wear clear bags so they can see, you know, people, if anything is being stolen. At Sephora, they had to check our bags when we left out for lunch and when we left out for the day for our shift, just to make sure, you know, we didn't steal anything. So I used to wear this bag to work every single day because I thought it would be a lot easier for them to check my bag since it's already clear. One day, like I said, I'm in school. So one day I brought my laptop to school and I brought my Neverfull to work with me. Excuse me, I brought my laptop to work with me and I brought it in my Neverfull, and I never worn that bag before, like, to work. So my manager, like, she was checking me out for lunch and she said, why are you wearing this big old bag around the mall? What are you trying to be cute? And then I had a Victoria's Secret body mist in the bag as well. She was like, and I don't even know why you have this spray because I can't smell it on you. So, like, it really wasn't like a big deal, but like, your job is to check my bag and tell me what hours I work and tell me when to take my break, and if I need any additional help or if I have a question, answer it. Your catty comments are not needed. And I just felt like I'm getting paid $11 an hour. Like, who are you talking to? Like, I don't know. It's not my career, so I just felt like I didn't have to be there in an environment where people were just catty for no reason. Like, one of my other managers told me that she didn't like me when I first started. Like, okay, are you getting paid to like me? No. So I don't know, I just felt like the vibes were like off there. Like, at my other job, like Target, I didn't like it because I think I was just so used to it. I was so used to the people, and I was just so used to doing the same thing, and it was really like more so boring. Like I had an issue with my manager once, but like I really didn't have like cattiness. Like at this job, it was mostly all females. It was probably a handful of males that worked at that job. So I just felt like the place was just very, very catty. Another reason I quit Sephora is because I don't, never have, and probably never will have a desire to be a makeup artist. Going in, I knew that I didn't want to be a makeup artist, and I just feel like you're already like an artist. It's a great place to work, or if you have the desire to be an artist, because you can easily grow within a company. But since I had no desire to be one, I feel like it just wasn't an environment I needed to be in. Overall, I just felt, I wouldn't say like unhappy, like the job made me so unhappy, but I just didn't feel like the work environment was an environment I wanted to get up and keep going every day. So basically, I'll tell you what happened. I was scheduled one day from like 12 to 8, and I obviously, to be to work on time, I have to leave the house by 11:30, like I told you guys earlier. And I literally woke up at 11, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to leave the house by 11:30. So I literally just called my job and I said, "Hi, this is Maj. I quit." Basically like that. And they were really, really upset. Like my manager was pissed. She was just like, "You gave us your word, blah blah blah." And I don't know, I just, at that moment, I just felt like, do you really want to go to this job and do the same thing, and this whole week you know you're gonna have to be here for 5 days? And it just wasn't worth it to me. So I quit, and I'm really happy with my decision. I think it's a great place to work as far as to learn skill, but like I said, I'm just over retail in general. So I personally, obviously I can't go back because I quit, but if I had the opportunity to, I would never go back because I'm just over retail. So I know this video was kind of like all over the place, but I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, or if you worked at Sephora before and you quit or you got fired, tell your story down below. I'm really eager to hear. I've been watching some of these why I quit Sephora videos, and it's really interesting to see everyone's different perspective. Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad place to work. It does have its cons, like every job. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and as always, comment, rate, subscribe. Bye, dolls. Stay fast.
Perks and Miley, plain Jane, I just fucked